All right. Oh yeah, that's right. I was inside of the crypt, and then I saw the letter on the plaque. I remember now. I should actually write some of this stuff down before I forget. Do I have a pen and paper? Yeah, I do have a pen. There we go, and I got some paper. So yeah, apparently I'm gonna have to write some stuff down so I don't forget. So I'm gonna have to write some numbers. I remember the letter that was on the plaque, but I don't remember the number that was on there. Description was too eroded, but okay, I don't think there's a number on there. 1961 to 1961. God, that's actually bad. But yeah, that makes sense. Hello, Utsuho Enjoyer. How's... Yeah, that's right. I need to go back to the, I broke that window, so I have two places I can go. Feel lost. At least I have some idea of what to do. Boy, I always hated how the train... There we go. Oh yeah, this is the door to the kitchen. Yep. Yep. The rope was... Oh yeah, the rope is here. Okay. This is how I made this area. Oh, I didn't see that. He was supposedly guarding the room, but it didn't make me feel any safer. Was this here before? I swear. I don't remember seeing this. Robin. O seems to have like a value of 9. B 0. I 9. N 7. Okay. No idea what those numbers. Is there a way I can find the letter R? Probably gonna be in here somewhere. Huh. Yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, there's... Yeah, I see it. R5. I have no idea how these numbers are relevant, but let's add them together. 14, 23, 30. Sum is 30. Okay. Sure that'll somehow be relevant. Already investigating. Yep, 1961, that's right. child died on the same exact year. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I better save. Crashes every 5 seconds. Well, I mean, I've experienced. The rock, that window on the. Have one hit. I doubt this is correct. There are like secret passageways. Feels very silly. I think this the interior of the furnace was dark as well. I figured there was something important on the other side of there, in all honesty. Okay. There's a vent here. It doesn't look like I can pry it open. How about... There we go. Whereas I might couldn't... Oh yeah. I attached this. Okay, I'm glad I figured that out. Hammer. I doubt it. Yeah, if I interact with this, I just end up picking the, what is this thing even called again? Crowbar. What else do I attach to this? Do I oil it? Nope. Do I clean it? Nope. This is what... Does it sound useful? I retrieve the crowbar as it could... Oh, I see. Could be missing an item for all I know. Out of the order. Yep, I'm not too sure. Probably turn that thing somehow. I highly doubt you need to light anything on fire. I don't think the lamp is good for knife. You're not going to be able to cut open a vent like that. That's could listen. Nothing in the base. Newspaper? Nope. Yeah. I feel like I tried everything. Oh, really? I didn't try the hammer? Seriously? I'd swear I did that first. Alas. No more need to fiddle with the valve. Oh. Does this mean the water supply is back? Yeah, if there's no more need to fiddle with it. The valve obviously doesn't affect the drain cover. I don't think this has anything to do. Yeah. So I guess the water supply is back. It might as well check this, but I don't think this is gonna... Oh, I can't... Oh. Water was running, but there seems to be a problem with Oh. I got the water running. Good luck, thank you. Very easy to get lost in a game like this. I do have BAMs to give me hints though, thankfully. Figured something out. I returned the water supply, but what does that mean? How is that relevant? How many rooms in this house have water? Here's the restroom. Water was running, but there seemed to be a problem with the pipes. What is this? Gonna go on the phone. All else fails. All else fails. I might get a hint from this.
Yes?
Hi, Jerry.
Michael, I was worried about you. Are you doing okay?
Yes, I'm fine. And I think I know the identity of my...
Do you now?
Tell me, who is it?
James Blackwood.
A Blackwood person? Michael, are you serious? That the ghost of the murderer is roaming the house?
I'm not talking about his ghost, Jerry. I'm talking about him.
What the heck do you mean?
I mean James Blackwood himself, alive in this house.
Oh, how radical.
How is that possible?
It makes sense. After murdering his wife and realizing what he has done, he begs for help to Christopher Milton, who fakes his death.
Milton, the previous owner? Michael, you're losing your mind. Even if he managed to hide himself, how did he survive all this time? Milton has been missing for years.
Good point, but I'm sure a desperate man like Blackwood would have found a way.
Yes, by turning into a ghost. Wait a minute. Yeah, I have it right here. James Blackwood passed away on June 1963. Would you please stop this?
Jerry, just listen to me. I know I'm right. There's only Mrs. Blackwood's body in the crypt. His is missing.
That's true.
Oh God, Michael. You've really gone out of your mind. Digging into coffins, what next? Desecrating the chapel?
Correct.
Whatever it takes to solve this mystery. You can only find stories like this in books.
Precisely why I'm beginning to wonder about your sanity.
You'll see.
You'll all see. Oh my god. I love that. The obsession just goes deeper and deeper for this guy. Soon it's gonna catch up with him. Alright, so obviously I'm gonna be desecrating the chapel. It's funny, but I'm pretty sure that was a hint. I just gotta remember where the chapel actually is. I've only been there once. Yeah, the garage. Yeah, there is like a fork in the room here. Here it is. Massive double doors leading. Hammer. Oh, I can use a Chromebook. Oh, I'm surprised. Smash. Pointless. Really? Oh great, now I'm gonna have to use every single line. I can't burn it down, obvious. Pry it open? Nope. Screwdriver? Nope. Poke a hole in it? Nope. There's another way inside. I don't have any rope left, so I doubt I'm supposed to. Seem to be alternate routes or break my way into them. I do have 4 keys. It says they were locked. There's a keyhole right there. Right, go. 1. Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh. Look like I can interact with the bottom of the only thing I can do is... Okay. A crack in the door. Worth. I'm just gonna go ahead and try every single tool. That doesn't work. You know what? I'll do some more search. I can't use the knife to pry the door open. Not gonna stick a pencil in there. Oh yeah, I'm surprised this didn't... Yeah, this key here. Work. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm not listening to it. Can't pry it open. Newspaper. Hammer, nope. That's a oil. Nope. Can't clean it. I'm really surprised the crowbar doesn't do anything, honestly. Can't pry it open. Darn it. Well, back to the drawing board. The only buildings left, there's the crypt, chapel. Another place I'm pretty... It may be this way. Or maybe I'm mistaking the crypt for the... Yeah, this is the crypt, isn't it? Oh, no. Yeah, this was the third building, so I'm not delusion. There was a third place that I didn't have access to. I have no idea what this place is. Try the key. Keys. Oh, oof. Darn it. I think I'm... Not time. Yep. And I can't. So I guess if there's anything worth noting, it doesn't tell me what this building is called. When I try to open it, it just says the door's locked. Yeah, the rust would... Oh, rust. I don't think I would use oil. I don't think I would clean it. Oh, never mind. I poured some oil on the hinges of the door. Oh, goodness. Well, I'm glad I didn't leave. A thick mist struck me in the eyes as I entered. The smell of long-dried plants and dirt permeated the air. I had a feeling it was a greenhouse, but I actually wasn't sure. Yeah, it's a greenhouse. Right that. Chapel, greenhouse, and the crypt. There's also the garage outside. Those are all the stuff. Several pots were scattered here and there. A few had pathetic, posing but dead tree adorned the center. Pot continued. The tree. I don't think there's anything bad from here. Just a... Okay. Never know. The walkway was livelier than before due to several plants. Oh, that's nice. Oh, this looks like it could be some wire. Branches of the... Large hose. Oh, it's a hose. Shovel. I don't think I'll be taking a huge shovel with me, but heck if I know. Several pots were scattered here. Oh, okay. Looks like there's something I'll be able to take from here. Has some nice color. An open bag of fertilizer. Watering can was of notes. Old. Oh, okay. Some more papers. February 7th. As much as I regret it, I decided to stop caring for the greenhouse. All my efforts to save the plants have been in vain. I seem to figure out what is wrong with them. Weeks since they began apart to pieces, dying without any apparent cause. Some would just crumble at the slightest touch. Not only frustrating, but very unsettling. When I enter the place, I can feel a sense of dread and decay. What I regret most is the condition of that rare plant I bought from South Africa. I'm all sad looking and almost dried up. Take it upstairs and look after it, hoping it would... Assuming that everything has been happening here. Natural explanation, of course it doesn't. Death is surrounding this place, and I can't seem to do anything about it in spite of my... I can't help thinking that all this began when I brought that... I wonder. No, I have to put those... Stop reading all those sinister books, they're getting under my skin. Problem is, if you're in a horror game, you don't know you are. I'll see. But yet, it's obviously the cursed thing you brought home. What the heck is this? Fires? Cheers. Okay, okay. That's good. I can use the shears. I'm sure I'll cut some. Seems like the top floor. I don't believe there's anything else that's relevant inside of here. I checked the desk. There wasn't anything else I had to collect. Already opened both drawers. I read the letter. Back here. Yep, this is empty aside from the cheer. And there's nothing on the floor. I don't think I have to kill this plant. Oh, I did. Really? Oh, okay. I'm kind of surprised. Wonder why I need a few leaves of this. What is that gonna do? A few leaves and fruit. That's strange after. Get a very particular. Okay. I guess I'll need to use scent. Some kind of strange puzzle. Well, I'm glad I tried that out. Because I probably wouldn't have been able to figure out I was supposed to go back here and trim the plant. Alright, I finally accessed this. I feel like I've taken pretty much everything I need. Alright, I can probably head out. I wonder if the shears could somehow... I doubt the shears will get me into the chapel. I mean, if all those other blunt weapons... But I'll give it a shot. Greenery. Wasn't useful, and I doubt this. Yeah. I don't know, there could be branches. Not like it's overgrown. Check this one. Yep, I went to the greenhouse. Don't think there's anything. Not, I'll check the map. Oh. Garage was over here. I don't think there's anything left I have to do. Why not? I'll check. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be. Let's try this again. Heck if I know if this will help me. Nope. I mean, the letter's been sent. What to dial? Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame. No more hints. The only thing that I know is I need to break into the chapel. What the heck am I gonna do with some shears and some leaves? A fireplace. That's not. Right. You figure out my hint? Yeah, so while you were gone, I did 3 things. I called Jerry and he gave me a hint about breaking into the chapel. I couldn't find out how to get in there, but I activated the valve and I turned the water on. And I went to the greenhouse, I picked up the shears and this leaf. And I also went back to the child's room and I wrote down the values of all the letters that correspond. All the values of the numbers that correspond with the letters. So at least I know, at least I have some idea of what I'm doing. The only thing is I'm not sure how I'm going to break into the chapel. That really seems like the priority. When I turned on the water, I wasn't sure what to do with it, so I'm sure I'm missing something there too. Trying to think of what places in this house have water in an important way. I mean, I don't know. I tried running the sinks. Nothing happened. Well, let's go back to the green. Oh, the hose, maybe. Yeah, okay. I'll try going back to the green. I think the greenhouses. Oh, what's that? No way I could reach it. Didn't notice the shiny object. Huh. Gonna grab it with something like crowbar. Try using the crowbar as a lever to lift the panel off the grating but it was solidly wired to the rest. Oh. Have I saved? Yes I have, but I'll save again now that I'm back in the... I never noticed the shiny object before, so I can't use the crowbar. Shears? Nope. Using the crowbar as a lever to lift the panel off the grating but it was solidly welded. Huh. I don't think I use oil or anything. I don't think I'm cleaning it. Yep. I'll need a way to get that later. Let's see. I assume that I'm supposed to run this hose. There's also a shovel in here. Strange. Tried using the crowbar, but it didn't exactly get the shovel out for me. I'll try a bunch of other tools. That doesn't... need to click like the bottom of the hose to set it down on the floor. Oh! That's so weird. Okay. I should have fiddled with it more. Alright, I see. And now the water supply is back. Okay, well it's all coming together now. There we go. Okay, so I was supposed to grab the shovel. This was the shovel I was dragging around for no reason. That was my thought exactly. What am I going to do with a giant shovel? Did I find the notes in the greenhouse? Yes, I did read them. And I grabbed, I used the shears to grab this part of the plant as well. There's a shiny object here. Am I gonna use, like, a shovel? No. And this still didn't work out. Huh. What the heck is this shiny object? I mean... am I gonna use the hose? Am I gonna bring the hose down? Something? Flood it out with water? Yep, there's no way for me to interact with the hose. The answer is water. Okay. I figured the answer was water, but I'm not sure. Can't interact with the hose. Seemingly. Strange. I can't dig it up or anything. It's strange. Yep, I've already looked here. The water supply back on. There's like... this feeds into the door. Okay, but it ends there. The hose isn't stuck. Gosh. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't be surprised about that. I think I see what you're saying. I didn't think about this. I did not think about that. There we go. Oh, it washed away. But this leads to the front of the door. So it's gotta be over here. Obviously gonna go back in the greenhouse, which step back. Hasn't washed away. Well, I can use the shovel here actually. Oh, that looked like something I would have to dig up. Alright, it's gotta still be inside of here then. Do I remember a I do remember a fork in the garage. Yes. I never collected it. Maybe that's important. In a split? Oh, okay. Yeah. I do. Are you talking about the fork on the path to the, whatchamacallit, to the greenhouse and the chapel? Or do you mean a fork in this drain? Because here it goes left and right. Just trying to, like, follow the drain. Goes here. Oh, okay, so that's a dead end. A lake nearby? Oh. I did not remember that. I see, so it feeds into it. Personally, I did not remember that. Lake. That's the way to the greenhouse. That's the way to the chapel. I think maybe the place I'm supposed to go is like... That's where I came from. There's no way for me to change direction. So it looks like this is a one-way. Should inspect that fallen pot. I did inspect it before, but I suppose something's relevant about it now that I missed. Oh, I guess you're not talking about that pot. You're advising I check out one of the pots. Yeah, this one. I did take a look at this. I was suspicious, but I wasn't able to find anything there. Oh! Moved a few branches and leaves, clearing that corner of the drain. Oh. That part of the drain was already cleared, so I didn't have to keep cutting. Okay. I see. So now the drainage will go all the way then. I don't think there's anything left for me to do. I don't think I'm using this or using this. Yeah. That's it. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Where could this lake be? One path I can travel here. So it has to be another fork in the road. Hey. I don't think I've been here. This place. Where's this giant tree? Gray naked tree with all crown otherwise bare. Thin branches slowly swaying in the wind. Or like a pond, yeah. Never actually been here. There it is. Oh, let's go. Finally, I'd been through a lot to get there. Oh, trust me. Oof. I've never been here. And the paths through the woods were kind of surprised I found my way. Remember any locked drawers? Locked drawers? In the bedroom? I think there were some locked drawers in the bedroom. The bedroom that's opposite of the gallery. Other than that, I'm not so sure. I'm gonna give it a try. I mean, I'm sure your hint basically deconfirms that, yeah, it's not gonna be the key to the chapel. Yep. Not gonna work. Nope. In the study. Oh. Oh, you're right. There was a locked drawer in the study, wasn't there? You mentioned it. Alright, well there's gonna be some more spooky notes that I need to read, perhaps. Be something else really unsettling in there, I'm sure. Yep. Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know the combination yet. Well, now I actually have notes with me, so you know what I can do? Oh, Robin. That's right. It's 5 letters. You already know the combination. Let's go. Five 9-0 5909. Nice. Huh. Nothing. Oh, it's a puzzle. Yeah. I'm not gonna access the contents of the safe that easily. Okay. Strange. What am I gonna do? Not gonna use shears or anything. Nothing I can unscrew. The only thing I can seem to do is make this go back and forth. That has a click sound. Use a screwdriver. Shears in there. Obviously these shears are too large for that. Crowbar is way too big. I don't think I'm using the plant for anything, but I feel the need to try because I have no idea what the plant is. Yeah, of course not. A pencil in there? Never need to write in that. Same pen. Well, you know what? Before we address this, let's go ahead and read the letter. March 21st, 1960. Oh, great. It's 2 months before the murder. So this is probably written by James, and we're going to see his... Oh, okay, believes in James. So this is written by Christopher, then. Dear Catherine, first of all, I beg of you to take the care in order to get this letter away from James. I don't think of the mental breakdown. Don't like to think of the mental breakdown he would suffer if he reads. James is much better. You know James much better than I do, so you must share any conviction that or harm anything. But even so, I'd ask you to be careful when I'm around, at least until we sort out the situation. He's been especially unstable lately, speaking about his determination to suppress his so-called curse. You can solve it with your bare hands? Okay. So-called curse. I truly fear for him and for his sanity. I didn't say he qualifies as dangerous, but just okay to speak. I've been playing the role of an ally who believes so far. I think I've done a good job of convincing him. I'm afraid it won't last from. I can't do all the things he's now asking me to do. He's been delving into some very obscure arts, and began as a hobby is now become a dangerous obsession. He wants me to perform an African ritual on the awful mask he bought. Oh, great. He's convinced he has released an ancient spirit which will harm everything he loves and cares for. It's all so utterly insane that I'm ashamed to translate this into words. Biggest fear. End up losing my own mind along. I have to put an end to all of this. And about the other issue, you should know I've gotten over it. Catherine, what we all did 2 years ago, the decision we made and affect the course of our lives has been haunting my ever since. I know you must be the one more affected by it, but understand the contradiction. Now more than ever, I'm not sure whether it was the right decision or not. There's no turning back. We must. I wonder what decision. All I want to say is this. I'm deeply sorry if I behaved erratically these past days and unnerved you. You have my word that I won't ever reveal anything. Whatever you do with this letter, make sure that James doesn't expect anything. I'd rather you destroy this, though. Some situations require extreme measures. Ran in 1963, and he talked about something 2 years ago. Does it have to do with the child? The child died 2 years ago. I don't think they killed the child. I highly doubt that, but... Heck, that's the only correlation I can think of. Oh, this looks like an obscure puzzle. The only thing I can think to do is just click around like a madman. Unfortunately. I've never seen a puzzle like this before. I heard a different sound. What? I don't know how, but... Okay. If you have an explanation, I would love to hear it, Vammed. I don't know what I just did. I literally just clicked around until I got it. I don't know what the probability of that is. Yeah, okay. Sure. I mean, I'm not complaining. Finally got the key to the chapel. About time. Save. So far, let's try to answer. Okay. I'm listening. Why was there only one body in it? I called James and Michael seems to think... Not James, I called Jerry and Michael seems to think that James is still alive. So I do have his interpretation of why there's only one body in it. It said that James died in 1960, but whose is it? Yeah, it said that the body was Mrs. Blackwood's. That's Catherine's corpse. At least according to Michael. I didn't figure that out on my own. I only figured that out because I made the phone call. He said he thinks James is still alive. That's Catherine's corpse in the crypt. But I did not deduce any of that myself. Let's go to the chapel. James is alive and the corpse must be Catherine. Read her in the... That is true. And the maid, the housemaid, saw the corpse buried in. Well, that must have been somebody else. That couldn't have been Christopher, though, right? I mean, I doubt it. Let me go check the note in my room again. I'm pretty sure they said that he just got drunk and died somewhere. I don't think he would not be in the... I don't think his corpse would... That doesn't check out. I'm still gonna check. Still gonna check that note. Is this the letter? Yep. Abandoned. Lunatic renowned doctor spent his last days getting drunk and loves. Oh. Oh, he just vanished. For all I know, he could have come back, been murdered too, and then buried in the garden. That's actually possible. Secondly, the mask's curse, is it real or not? This entire time I've been assuming the mask's curse is real. But that's just because I'm in a horror game. I don't have any proof that it's real aside from spooky scratching and, I mean, the scratching, I did see a figure at the end of the incinerator. That could be James himself. It doesn't have to be a spooky apparition. What proof do I have for and against the mask's curse being real? The proof I have against it is that there's no proof, I suppose. But... That's hardly anything, though. Can't call that evidence. I'm gonna go to the chapel. James was wondering why he couldn't sleep. Couldn't keep the plants in the greenhouse alive. Was it really the mask's curse? Well, he was going crazy. I imagine he's probably not... I know he's not in his right mind, but I don't see why that would... I don't know if there's anything to do with the plants not being taken care of. I mean, the water supply was down when I came to this house, but I don't think he'd be stupid enough to not notice. Thirdly, you found Christopher's letter in the lock drawer. What does that mean? Chris's letter was in the lock drawer. The letter was supposed to be hidden away from James. So Catherine probably put it in there. It was like Christopher said in the letter, you either lock the letter away or you destroy it. So maybe that study belonged to Catherine? No, I have no idea what to conclude from that, in all honesty. These are important questions. Alright. James buried Catherine in the garden, so I'm guessing that Christopher is dead. Guessing that Christopher's buried on these grounds. That's my inference. The mask's curse, is it real or not? James is wondering. The room is James's. He knew about Christopher. Oh, yeah, of course. Darn it. Yeah, why didn't I make that connection? That checks out. Of course it's James's room, because the diary was in there. I shouldn't assume the study belonged to Catherine. Okay, well that checks out. Let's finally enter the chapel. I have no idea if the mask curse is real or not, though, and how that correlates to greenhouse. I'm trying to remember the note that was written. He said he was going, you know what? Just out of sheer curiosity. Let's read that note one more. I want to see if I can figure this out. Gotta be some kind of hint. Alright, as much as I regret it, decided to stop caring for the greenhouse. Efforts to save plants have been in vain. Can't seem to figure out what's wrong with them since they started falling apart. Really frustrating but very unsettling. Dread and decay. Our plant I bought from South Africa. It's now all sad looking. Take it upstairs and look after it. Natural explanation. Yeah, what could that natural explanation be? Death is surrounding this place, and I can't seem to do anything about it in spite of my concerns. I can't help thinking this is all began when I brought that. I wonder, no, I have to put all these thoughts aside. I should stop reading all these sinister books. They're getting under my skin. Oh god, heck if I know. I have absolutely no idea what the natural cause of that could be. I mean, sunlight is not being obstructed in here. The only thing I can think about is how the water supply was down when I got in here, but I doubt the water supply was down at the time. Doubt it. That's unusual. I'll just turn that off. Just because it feels neat to do. Alright, let's go in the chapel. At long last. Finally see what's inside this. Lock produced a loud noise that echoed. Sorry, it made me kept saying. Oh, trust me, I'm very curious too. Maybe something cursed in here. Inside the chapel that I perceive environment still. The music sure doesn't help. See any seats? A lot of paintings in here. Maybe one of them has something relevant, but I'm not. Get up here. I was able to. This be a counterments inside the chapel. Many golden and shiny looking bad and fragile. Oh! Chalice was lavish and pleasing to the eye, but it was sadly. Looks like I'm not gonna need the plate either. Yep. I don't think I need it for anything. Little ring. Odd. Okay, so what's on this table? Same stuff. Look like anything. Chair. Obviously the light switch isn't going to do anything, but anything relevant on this side of the wall? Doesn't seem like I can interact with. Oh, I'm right in front of it. Large looking statue of Christ looking. I don't know if there's anything relevant on this. I doubt it. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's go upstairs. I'm sure there's something else I have to do down here, but I have time to check it again. I'm interested in what's up here. Oh, a cabinet. in this small loft items? Oh, we're in here. Bible. Wow, the font. What? Oh, it was hidden. I see. So yeah, there was a hole in the page that was sized perfectly. That's terrifying. Who would hide this in there? The only thing I can think of is James. He's paranoid. I don't think a priest would hide a nail inside of him. This heavy nail, very cold to the touch. Goodness. That's messed up. That's messed up. There's not a lot of space up here. I think there's anything relevant. All in that. Not really anything to explore. Alright. I'll make sure just in case. Drawer in the top. Yep, I think that's it. So what am I going to do with this nail? I highly doubt I'm done here. There's literally... I don't know if I'm supposed to grab any of these. Although they said no use. It looks like it was just... Take a look at him. I will. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that on the ground. Oh, it's missing one. No. There is a nail on that side, right? Wasn't used. There is a nail on this side and that side. There's no nail here, though. No one nail inserted. Was that relevant, though? It was already a sturdy structure. Not sure how the nail is relevant. But maybe I need to use this somehow in order to pull this? Okay. I'm not sure how that nail is important, but I'm sure it will be obvious soon. Okay, what the heck am I supposed to do? I removed the cover. What now? It seems like it runs underground. I noticed the sign. Sign, you say? Maybe it's in front of this. Nothing on here. Okay, so there's like some kind of mechanical contraption underneath this part of the chapel. Sign, you say? Go back to the engine. Much too dark back there. Thing on these seats that I discern from here. I don't see any signs. I don't think there's anything up here, but I'll check one last. Nothing yet. And then this was just the book that had the nail inside it. Okay, it's obviously down there. Or maybe you're talking about a sign in front of the chapel. At least I don't believe I saw one. Look at him again. Okay. Oh, I know what you mean. Yes. Somewhere on here. Something was curiously... I didn't read the text into... How do I reach that? Ooh. Oh. Well, that is not terrifying at all. I see, so it was a hidden lever. It explains that contraption was obviously hooked up. Well, no sane man would go down this. Here we go. Oh, okay. Also, the books scattered in the hidden room. Occultism and African culture. Oh my god. How sacrilegious. Doing this right underneath the chapel. You're doing some cursed occult stuff right underneath. That's really messed up. Oh boy. I already told you to look for candles on the first day. That is true. Suppose they were all taken in here, huh? Okay, so I obviously will read that. But it seems like... Oh. The branch was very odd looking. I can't read this. That's a pipe. Strange titles, De Vermis... Shiver. Yeah, totally fair. Alright, well here I go. Obviously the only one who knew about this place was Jerry. I don't doubt it. Oh, so these were clearly written by James. Okay, here. April 5th, 1960. 1 month before the murder. Christopher. These may very well be my last notes in this regard. Afraid Catherine is... In vain I've tried to explain myself when I know what might have been the outcome. And I know what might have been the outcome had I kept insisting. You could only believe me... If you could only believe me, Christopher. No, because I know you intend well, but I can feel the doubt in your... The irrational thoughts aside from... Appeal to the facts. If I can do it, someone who was constantly taught in the wonders of science ever since his childhood, and so can you. Oh, great. I can discard my common sense, and so can you. I'm hoping that you will contemplate the possibility of some truth in my assessments once you read about my latest. It is imperative that you carry on with this task. Catherine is watching my every step, and I'm afraid she'll take long measures if I do anything out of the ordinary. Did you know? She's been talking to other doctors besides you, psychiatrists. My God, Christopher, I fear that you shut me up in a madhouse. How is it possible that all of you won't believe me? As if what happened with my own son wasn't enough proof. Oh, great. Yep. So, the cause of his son's death must have been something spooky. Oh, well, I mean, it doesn't have to be spooky. It doesn't have to be overtly supernatural, but it's going to be strange, no less. In my adjacent notes, you will find an exhaustive essay on the origin of the curse and what should be done to eliminate it. I know the whole amulet deal must sound crazy to you, but you have to trust me. The tribe has been doing this for centuries. Are you going to forfeit all that knowledge and experience? They faced a god, Christopher, and lived to tell it. Now it's our turn to live and tell the story. Then, Christopher, if we fail to remove the curse and anything happens to me, I want you to do it. And I have my complete mental faculties whilst I'm asking you. It has been becoming more and more dangerous lately. Do not hesitate. There's simply no other way. You would be the only one left who can. Promise me. Promise me you will. I know I'm asking you to become a cold-hearted murderer. Are you kidding? So death is necessary for this. Of course it is. Because that's what was entailed in the ritual. At least the one that he witnessed. There's a guy being ripped apart to pieces. So in order to, like, assuage the cursed deity, you have to offer a blood sacrifice, I'm guessing. I know I'm asking you to become a cold-hearted murderer, but Christopher, our lives and possibly are at stake. isn't that enough to forget your vow? Your vow to never kill? Because I remember the journal inside of the living room was talking about I either break my vow or I live as an empty husk or something. Goodness. Okay, what does this mean? Yeah, I already knew that Jerry wanted Chris to do some kind of spooky ritual. I knew that already. But what the heck? Let's go to the gallery. Sure thing. What could the specifics be about that? Just horrible. My God. Well, this place has been thoroughly ruined. Alright. Here we go again. Before I head to the gallery, I'm just gonna skim through this journal one last time, because now I have additional context. Yeah. Stuck between two choices, none of which are good. So this was around the time that... Oh. This was around the time that she was reported dead. Catherine. When Eternal Guardian stuck between choices, none of which are good, do I fulfill a promise and violate everything I believe in? Right principles of my life, or am I condemned to spend the rest of my existence in this dead-end state, a ghost with no purpose, just watching? And find an appropriate solution to this problem, I must pay the price. I'm a shadow of them, and I used to note testament. Meditation, my soul companion. Did Christopher kill Catherine in order to fulfill the promise that he made to James? That's possible. Possible. I have no idea, but that's not an unreasonable thing to infer. Unless I have more evidence. I'm gonna look one last time at the notes in the trash can. What date was this written? Oh, there's no date. Why is it I can't concentrate? Whisperings. Well, the thing is, though. Thing is, though. I don't know if he would still hear the whispers if he committed the murder and did whatever ritual that was. Because supposedly, that's supposed to, yeah. Supposedly, doing the ritual is supposed to put that evil spirit at bay. So I don't know if he actually did it or not. But it's possible that he committed that murder. Possible. Hell, I sure am glad to be here. Alright, let's save. Need to collect a lion's... Okay. Side of this... Where I go, then? Picture of James. Once he was a happy guy before everything went wrong. Lions? I don't think there's anything I can grab from here. And then these are just paint I can do. Okay. Nothing on top of the counter there. These are 4 masks. I knew that there were masks here, but I can't enter the display. Nor is there anything obvious I can grab. Here, there could be something. I haven't thoroughly investigated these. I don't think. I think it's probably going to be. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I forgot about that. Yes. The lion's tooth. My zoological knowledge was as good as my technical. Certain that I definitely. Okay. Well, where else to go but the hellscape that is this room? Oh, now you go college area. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I imagine if I enter this room, I'll just enter it just cause. I don't think there's anything. Yep. Mask is still resting there. The letters are in the same spot. Oh boy, do I have a story to tell Jerry now. I broke into the chapel like you suggested. And look what I found. Some dark secrets. Ready to be spooked. Oh. Oh, guess there's more that I need to do then. Let me save. Alright, I have the lion's tooth. What did I do with it? I have the lion's tooth and whatever this branch is. Do they fit? Like, does the lion's tooth fit perfectly? I'm gonna try going back to the gallery. I doubt it. Let's check the news, I guess. Oh, okay. I do have some more dates, that is true. I have seen more dates. Go, the newspaper collection. Okay, so this is June. This is the month after the murder of Catherine. Here we go. Following the shocking news that became of public knowledge about the sinister outcome of the story that had been in the mind of every citizen of our Sir James Blackwood had died at the age of 60, allegedly because of the pressure and stress caused by the astonishing accusation of Mariani, or a maid of the family. This puts a sudden end to the case deferred by the police chief William Bailey said, "It saddens me that Mr. Blackwood was brought to a proper trial, or what kind of excuse could be possibly made for the death of Mrs. Catherine Blackwood. In fact, I'm fully convinced that he was." Yeah, and the fact, the words that were used here, allegedly because of the pressure and stress, word allegedly, necessarily, yeah, and this next part, Dr. Christopher Miller said to be taking care of a funeral that nobody will attend, all the belongings of the Blackwood family now in his. Well, that's very suspicious. That is incredibly suspicious. I'm willing to bet that Christopher probably caved in and started cooperating with James. That's the only thing I can get. Silently, Rothbury returns to daily life, turning the page over in one of his darkest chapters. Many will wonder in the years to come what happened. Daily. I guess I'll write these numbers down. I don't know if they're relevant, but why the heck not? This looks like maybe a phone number. 09665. 09665. 652. Is that a 9? Yeah, 97. Daily. Okay. I think I'm supposed to call this. It's 01. Oh, that's a 1? Okay. 01665 652 17. Goodness. Well, I'm so glad. You see, that's the thing. I always make little mistakes like this. Mail train robbery fell over. One. Why? I know the currency. That's pounds, right? No, I have absolutely no. I probably sound really dumb. Okay. Alas. All right, here we go. Zero one. Six. 652. 1 7.
Who is this?
Hi, are you Mr. William Bailey?
That's me. And you are?
Yes, my name is Michael Arthate. I'm a journalist for a local newspaper in
Sure.
Rothbury.
I see. And what's this all about?
Well, you're the former police chief of this town, aren't you?
Indeed. I served many years ago.
And you were once in charge of a famous, or should I say, infamous case here?
Ah, bloody hell. Don't tell me this is about
Yeah,
James
he's sick of it. I bet.
Well, yes, I'm writing a story for my newspaper. The most famous police cases of Northumberland.
Sure.
Have you got any idea how many times I've talked about this? Go to your nearest library. I'm sure you'll find plenty of information about Blackwood there.
Please, Mr. Bailey, I beg you. It won't be the same if I can have the information from someone who was there, and no less than the renowned William Bailey of Rothbury.
All right, son, spare me the nonsense. What is it you want to know?
Well, in the first place, what did Ava Mariani see exactly?
She saw enough, son. James Blackwood was dragging a shape into a hole in the garden. At first, Mrs. Mariani couldn't realize what it was, but eventually she made out the dead body of Catherine Blackwood with a serious wound.
And Blackwood
Oh.
was automatically deemed
Yeah, she
guilty.
found it. Okay.
He was found digging his wife's son.
Why did James Blackwood never appear before a jury?
When you're someone as renowned and famed as James Blackwood was, you can pretty much avoid the authorities. However, you can't avoid justice. And justice was brought upon James Blackwood.
Justice? How?
He died shortly after the accusation. You should know about that.
What happened to Dr. Christopher Milton?
How should I know? You bet your life that slimy worm was up to something. I couldn't prove it, though I spent years investigating him. A shame we couldn't implicate him as much as James Blackwood.
Are you saying he could have had something to do with the
Likely.
murder?
Blackwood and Milton were very intimate. Milton did the impossible to aid his friend, and even clear his name after he died. You do the math.
And was ever determined the cause of death of Catherine Blackwood?
Yes, partly. Mrs. Mariani managed to see her throat was slit open. Ripped, she would say. It must have been horrible for the poor girl.
Still, everything sounds so vague, as if something were missing.
Are you questioning my performance on this case, son?
No, sir, not at all. I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, why a proper autopsy was never done.
An autopsy to whom?
Please, sir, this is very important to me, and I could really use your help. I'm trying to fit all the pieces of this mystery together.
Mystery? What mystery? You must be one of those people that just love splitting hairs, don't you?
I don't think I understand, sir.
Listen, son, that cold-blooded bastard murdered his wife, God knows why. But he and his fancy doctor did the impossible to hamper our investigation.
I'm sure they did.
You don't have to be a brilliant detective to realize Blackwood did it.
There's always a reason behind a murder. Nobody has ever found out why Blackwood did what he did.
Psychopaths don't need any reasons, and James Blackwood turned into one, precisely.
There's got to be something else. I can't believe Blackwood flipped just like that one sunny day. It doesn't make any sense.
People flip, son. You could be flipping right now without knowing it.
He basically is.
Well, then tell me how Blackwood reacted when you pulled his wife from beneath the ground.
I beg your pardon.
I mean Catherine Blackwood's body when you dug in the garden of the manor.
Like I said, they hampered the investigation. We never managed to set 1 foot inside the manor. What kind of bloody journalist are you, son?
But are you telling me you never actually retrieved the body?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. Now, if you don't mind,
But wait, this doesn't make any sense.
stop wasting my time, damn it. I was enjoying my retirement until you had the brilliant idea of calling me. I don't want to hear anything else about this case ever again.
Please, Mr. Bailey, don't...
Boom.
Leave me.
Me alone. Oh God. That was a very, very dense conversation. Okay, so the plot twist. They said that her throat was ripped open. They never found her. Yep. That much is obvious. If they never found her and they only have the eyewitness of Mrs. Mariani, then we actually have no proof she was the one who died in that way. And if there was never an autopsy, I mean, what do they know? That's terrible. I'll go call Jerry. Sure will. That was my next thought. Goodness.
Yes?
Jerry, it's me.
Michael, I was about to call you.
Why?
I've been thinking about what you told me, and you could be onto something there. But I'm worried about your safety now. This could be dangerous.
What do you mean by dangerous?
Well, let's suppose you're right, that James Blackwood is indeed hiding somewhere inside the house. He's a madman, a murderer, and your life could be in danger.
Jerry, if James Blackwood is still alive, he'd be nothing more than a harmless, decrepit old man. I don't think I'd have any problem outdoing him.
And what if he is armed?
True.
I'm willing to take that risk. He surely knows I'm here by now. What if he's waiting for me to leave so that he can escape? I can't miss this opportunity.
The opportunity of what, for Christ's sake?
Of knowing. I'm already too much into this, Jerry.
Sure
If
are.
I don't know what happened inside this house, I won't be able to sleep again.
You're obsessed. You were supposed to finish your book, get some rest, and now look at this. What are you going to say to your editor?
Who knows? Maybe this whole episode inspires me to write that ending. I'm sorry. I can't leave this now, Jerry. It's too late.
I can't believe this. I don't understand you. Doesn't the possibility of spending another night in that house with a creepy old man hiding in the basement scare you?
I know what you're trying to do. Goodbye, Jerry.
Michael, it's dangerous. Do you hear me? Dangerous. You have to leave that place.
I'll keep you informed.
Well, well, well. At least I have a friend who cares about me. But, you know, I find it interesting that Jerry said you might be onto something. Has somebody just been... Oh, mail. Probably have mail. Oh, that's right. There was a letter that Mariani wrote in Italian. Remember? Though I was anxious to read the letter, I tried to myself I should give a raise to... Okay. Good, good. Now I finally have it. April. So this is before the murder. Your mother. I spent the whole morning running a few... Oh yeah, this is kind of hard to read cursive. But the whole morning running a few errands for the Blackwood family, and on the way. Lack many thoughts crossed my mind. Take back what I said. I don't want to return home. Things haven't gotten any better here. Everyone is... mysteriously, and they try to avoid behaving mysteriously and try to avoid me. I do understand that they must still be disturbed about the death of their son. It's been almost 2 years since that already. I feel like an alien. I don't belong here anymore. I find it hard to sleep at night. There's too much activity in this house, too much moving around, and that is unnerving me. I'm sure you're hearing scratches. Let me reread a little bit. I take back what I said. I want to return home. Okay. I feel something terrible is going on here, and I want to go as far away as possible. I will miss Mrs. Blackwood deeply, as she is kind to me. I'm afraid my health is at stake. And I've been seeing some strange things too. I can't explain it, but I think someone did something very wrong. That Dr. Milton would often come talk to me with the... Sir... Talk to me with the sir for many hours. Nobody would allow me upstairs. Although I've been secretly taking pictures there. I hope this doesn't upset you, but don't worry. They are well hidden under a loose... Why can't I read? Bound beneath my bedside. I can't read. Please, Mother, forgive me. I know I should have listened to you. Not like I'm stubborn. I just wanted to and see better myself. Haven't. That's why I'm asking you for a place to stay and put out my situation. Call me as soon as you can. I usually have to stay in town until 5 o'clock, but lately I've been coming back about an hour. Important part is she left a hidden photo in her room. Yeah. Hour earlier. Just want to leave this place. I confess that I am scared. I'll be waiting and please hurry. With love, Aiden. Yep. Hidden photo. Secretly taking pictures. Hope this isn't that you don't worry. They are well hidden under a loose bound beneath loose bound beneath my bedside table. Okay, underneath the bedside table. Okay. There's another letter. Oh! Okay, give me 1 second, actually. I'd like to get some water. So I'm gonna save my data. And I'll be right back and just grab some water. Hello, beeps. Alright, I am back. I am back with H2O. Take a long sip before I read that second letter. Refreshing. We're close to the ending, so let's finish this quickly. Oh wow, we are. Alright, here we go. I wonder how much is going to be unsolved by the end of this. Notice of eviction. Okay, so the current date is at least close to October 12th, 1976. Mr. Michael Arthey. Due to irregularities during its acquisition process carried over by Mr. Jerry P. Carter, you were ordered to immediately leave the property known as the Blackwood Manor. If you fail to comply, legal proceedings will be enforced against you. You have 2 days to effectively abandon this property after the issuing of this notice. We take no responsibility for the courier service. Police officer is due to arrive to the Blackwood Manor on Tuesday, October 15th. Should you be present, you will be immediately taken into custody without further notification. Oh! That's why he wanted you to leave so badly. Okay, well that checks out. Oh my god. Oh. So that was the reason why Jerry wanted me to leave the house so badly. I barely realized that he wouldn't have come for me. And that it was up to me to find a way to leave the house. Oh man. Car. The car isn't working though. Battery is dead. I couldn't even leave this place if I wanted. Oh. Oh. Car's battery. Uncharged. Maybe there's a way I can... Yeah, there's gotta be some way. Gotta be some way I can charge the car battery. Remember the bicycle? Oh, that's so clever. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would not have thought of that. That is so clever. How do I hook it up? Oh, there we go. How am I gonna connect these, though? I don't have any wire. Having the cables connected first is probably a good idea. Yeah. Cables. What's this? It's cable. There's an old and dusty... Oh, whoops. Okay. That thing you were clicking on attaches the wires to the... Ah. Alas. Now ride the bicycle. Okay. I imagine it's going to take more than one revolution to get it to work. But heck if I know how many it would take. A small charge. Like the battery inspector. Okay, a small charge. I'm going to try doing it a bit more. I'll give it 3 more turns and see if the text... That's one way to charge a car battery. Power source. We're done here. Before I head into the car, however, one thing I would like to check. I'm gonna go ahead and save. I want to see that photo. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, yeah, I can actually get to the kitchen from here. All I need to do is just go across the hall down here. Can't see it right now? Okay. Let's see if this rundown vehicle will start. As I prepared myself to leave the manor, I suddenly felt responsible for disturbing the forces that had to do something. I wanted to leave the place right away, but I couldn't, not without dealing with the presence haunting the house first. It was my responsibility now. I began debating with myself, but no, what about the future inhabitants? What if they become injured because of what I did? What if I've never forgiven myself? It's waiting for me. Oh my god. He does have a point, but at the same time, honestly, I would be more concerned about my own safety. I mean, at least he's thinking about others. That's not a bad thing. Or maybe he's just making excuses to justify his more. It's possible. This is by a long shot the hardest. Right, well. Also, the bed in the room was. Underneath the study, she's. At least I believe. Check below that tape. Yep. That's a very important picture. What can I deduce from this image? It's too grainy for me to see the. Oh, take a photo of this. Okay, I will. Obviously, this will be relevant. Alright, taking a picture of the picture. Here I go. Alright, I got it. I do see the shadow. The shadow is the top of a building. I think of the chapel when I think of like I don't know if that's a cross on top of the high point of the building, but this could be like a tower of some kind. I don't know if this is in front of the greenhouse. No, this door handle actually looks like the greenhouse, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like the greenhouse to me. The garden must be next to that then. Okay, now go to the garden. Before I do that though, I would like to look one last time in here. I don't think these images are still. I still don't think these images are going to be significant to me. Like, I don't really know if these images have significance that I can discern right now. I have absolutely no idea. Or you know what? Yeah, that's right. The crypt does not have the kind of door that was shown in that picture. Yep, it's just the same usual pictures, and then there was spooky. Near the fountain. Okay. I don't think I'm supposed to go out there, because that takes me to the crypt. You know what? Given that this is the end of the game, I would actually like to finish up Shadow. Oh, you need to shovel the spot where the shadow ends. Oh. Oh boy. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I see. So you're going out there to... You found the photo, you figured out exactly where she was buried. And then now you will actually see. Because Mrs. Blackwood's... Presumably Mrs. Blackwood's corpse was inside the crypt. But for all I know, it could be somebody else. I actually would like to look at this one more time. Because genuinely, I feel dumb for not reading the whole thing. I'm going to read the whole thing first. Construction of the railway bridge is almost longer than I expected, yet lasted longer. Yeah, he mentioned leaving. Deal of work to be done. Care of an old Britain. Fortunately, I made good friends. Yeah, well, I don't think that enthusiasm lasts. Wonderful objects as a token of gratitude. Which yep. Trinkets I bought myself. Also one that you confiscated. Like I'm about to start a very substantial collection. Catherine agreed. For a new home, although I have several renovations made, even more if I'm intending to start a serious new hobby. Yeah, hobby. That's one way to put it. It seems I'll have to get back to work. John Peterson has told me some natives are causing trouble. Very unfortunate thing, although I'm secretly rejoicing. Oh, I see. So that's how it started. So that's the inciting incident. Alright, the natives won't leave. It's not like they're causing troubles. Settling our workers. My complaint so far has been distraction. They just stand still between the trees without blinking. Watch them for a few minutes and they truly... Tenebra statues? I've never seen that word. As far as it... As first it was just annoying, but lately it's become downright... Yep, this is where it all began. Sure thing. They seem to be stalking us. It's not like they're hindering the construction, but there's a general uneasy... It's all at any moment. I will hire some protection as a measure of precaution. Oh, I would do the same. February 15th. Fascinating. I've been looking into these natives. They live in a nearby village. A small group, yet they seem to manage quite well. I had thoughts of them as quite an uncivilized tribe, but their movements are calculated. Receive a sense of careful order. Asks. Oddly enough, they seem to be very brutish in their aspect, and their aspect looks awful. Although I couldn't take a good look at their facial features. Followed one of them completely on my own, and it could have been dangerous. So the village is poor and very rough. Some of the shacks leapt out as inviting or special. It made me very curious. I'll try to come closer tomorrow. Inviting or special. I have a pretty good feeling that maybe that's where the sacrifices took place, or something like that. My second expedition is to the village of the has been foiled by an unexpected problem at the... I'm afraid it was due to a slight miscalculation on my part, an indication that I should see more of the task at hand and put my sudden love for all African aside for a moment. My fault, and I accept it. Only that's where it ended. February 20th, they are at it again, lurking beyond the forest. It's amazing how they have changed our perception of the surroundings. First we were delighted by the quiet nature. Now we fear what horrors might be concealed in that darkened forest. Tops loom above us, overshadowing the bridge, and strange noises haunt our meal. And the river telling ungodly secrets. Even the river, yeah, telling ungodly secrets. Could be, of course, a bit more sensitive towards distractions, but can't help but feeling the area has in fact become more sensitive. And yet I'm still looking forward to satisfying my curiosity. February 24th. At last, I found something more about the neighboring tribe. It's an incredible finding, and I just can't withhold my excitement. Some elders of the local town happen to know about them, but only through the stories they heard. The most surprising thing is that the tribe was assured to be extinct long. According to my vague descriptions, the elders think that we could be dealing with a legend here. Everything they ever learned of them was during childhood, when the tribe was stalking the town, much in the same way that they had been stalking us. People used to call them the how do you say it again? This isn't like the full name. DHL, Vlam, or whatever. As such was the sound of screams heard echoing. You come into the streets and see an evil glitter atop a hill in the say it was a fire, others the cursed spirit of an ancient god. Whatever it was, they say the bright light amid those fantastic screams was bone-chilling. The macabre scene would suddenly stop just as it had begun out of nowhere, never to be seen again in day. Intervals between those horrible nights became longer and longer until they soon faded into a... That's terrifying. I would hate to suddenly just see lights and hear screaming in the middle of the night. The tribe apparently had retreated back into obscurity until now. They were later known as the Thalmor. A rather more scientific name, although none of the people I spoke with could possibly remember it. I find it extremely surprising that nobody has ever heard about this tribe with the exception of a few towns. It must be incredibly rare, and judging by the stories passed on from generations, very old. 27th, I will confess I've become nearly obsessed. You sure have. Oh, my prediction, all South African things, dangerous yet irresistible. Bored. I can see why you feel so captivated, but, you know, turned away soon enough. Alright, managed to see them. My god, what a disturbing spectacle. Moving around, yep. Filthy looking, disgusting. Shaking spasmodically. Drop to knees. Next minute. Odd masks, shapes, colors. That's right. Very ominous. They revere it for one reason or another. And then... Yep, and then that's when the sacrifice occurred. And I had read the rest of this. Image of sacrifice haunt my thought. Can't forget the mask. It was so simple yet perfect in its... Anything like it. I feel that more dangerous as they are. Could be... Imper-ethnical fine... Important. Oh, it was cut off. That's right. Yeah, and the mask. That mask. Yeesh. I was hoping that reading that would give me a better idea if the mask's curse was real or not. Honestly. I don't feel any more certain about it. As far as I'm concerned, the mask does seem pretty cursed. Alright, let's give it one last save. Garden. Not gonna be in front of the garage. The shoveling is kind of a crapshoot, so it can take like 50 tries. Good. I'm not sure that this is the kind of... No, this is not the kind of door in the picture. Garden is in the path to chapel, yeah. I was checking the door handle. Not the same door handle in the photo. Oh, the path is kind of confused. So the garden is probably a fork in the road that I missed. Alright, well, let's try. Very confusing to find your way around here when the graphics are so similar. Makes me feel like I'm really getting lost. Go back to the beginning of the... Should be here, right? Yep. Alright. No path I can tread down here. This is the way to the greenhouse. This is the way to the chapels. I know that I go in this direction. Then where do I go? Soil in this area of the garden was... Oh, I got it first try. Okay. Just damp soil. Evidently, I was in need of a point of reference. Thought about study. Oh. Okay, well that checks out. Okay. Shadow. Yes, I do see shadows looming in the distance. I sure do. Alright, here I go. Okay, now I need to be back there. I can't change my perspective. This is just how things are. Alright, let's study that weird picture now. Gotta access my photos. Yeah, it's at the top of that shadow. I wouldn't know. Yeah. There's no other place. No other place to try but the top of the shadow. The one that's that right here is reflecting down here. And I need to use the shovel right in front of it. Feel pretty convinced. Okay. It'll take a couple of tries. Alright. Margin for error is... Well, gee, I sure am excited to suddenly uncover something terrible. Oh my god. I think it's slightly inside the shadow. I'm gonna take another look at the picture. It is. Give this a try. Oh, music. Yeah. I was equally terrified and saddened upon uncovering the dead body of Catherine Blackwood. All of these years she was left to rot in this improvised tomb. Corpse was all contorted and rotten beyond recognition. What horrified me most was the aspect of its teeth leaping out at... Poor Mrs. Blackwood, she seemed to be silently shouting at me, or rather crying. Yeah. That wasn't useful. Fly out the tooth. Let me try these tools again. I'm not gonna smash it, obviously. This is important evidence. For studying it, I highly doubt we would be smashing a corpse. Use the pliers. Again, the margin is... Okay. Shears. Pliers. Oh. Alright. It was the tooth that I had shamelessly took from the cadaver of Catherine. Darn. I'm gonna save because I don't want to have to go through that precision again. That is unbelievably precise, my goodness. Alright, here we go. Kitchen. Kitchen is, yeah, the kitchen is actually this way. I can go through the study, or I could go through the, yeah, it crashed. I'm so glad I saved my data, so I don't have to go through that precision again. Goodness. Alright, well that's crash number 3. Lamau. It's hilarious every time, isn't it? So glad I saved my data. The hardest part of a scratch is speedrun. The hardest part of a scratch's speedrun is getting the corpse dig in the tooth pluck first try. Alright, here. Okay, so if that's Mrs. Blackwood's corpse in there, who the heck was inside of the crypt? It could have been Mariani for all I know. She could have been sacrificed. Alright. You can think about that later, yep. Go to the kitchen. Alright, I'm here. I have the tooth. What the heck am I gonna do with a tooth? I don't think this is good for anything. Actually, this might be important somehow. I don't know. I put it... Nope, I didn't think I put a tooth. Heck if I know what you're supposed to do. Or if it's actually relevant right now. I imagine this will probably come up later, but not now. Okay. Open the top. Interesting. Wonder what the point of this is. You can grind the tooth, but why? It's so strange. What am I gonna do with the remains of teeth? I mean, this is evidence. You could probably find DNA, you could do something to find out, but it's not like I'm able to do that on my own. I'm alone here. The lion's tooth. Man, I sure love some tooth powder. Interesting. Combine the two. What the heck? Huh. Okay. Now I got a super tooth powder. What the heck is the point of this? And how would anyone figure this out? What? Combine them with the plant. This seems so arbitrary, but it's leading up to something, obviously. Okay. That's what the plant is for. Oh, the stove in the attic. Oh. Finally, the stove is useful. And it's useful the one time I forget about it, because I'm always thinking about the stove. Or you remember. I was always like, oh yeah, the stove, the stove, the stove. At long last, I can actually get some use out of the stove. I remember we put the plate on it. So all this stuff, I'm starting to understand, Bammed. All the stuff with the plate and the fire here, that's all stuff that you could have done it now if you hadn't done it prior. You were just, like, telling me to get it out of the way. So thanks for that. Otherwise, I would have had to figure all this out right now, wouldn't I? What the? I'm scared. It's time. Oh, was this my way of doing a sacrifice or something? Was this my way of appeasing the mask god or something? What the heck? I am deeply unsettled right now. Oh my god. I mean, I know this game is from 2005. And I know the game isn't gonna, like, jump scare me so badly, but, like... God. Let me at least take a sip of water first. I'm still afraid of whatever unspeakable horrors I'm gonna see in this basement. Apparently not. You need to see the mask. Okay. I figured I had to go down into the basement. But yeah, you're right when you say you know where to go. The mask is the second place I can think. So the combination of the lion's tooth, plant, I was like doing whatever I can to... It feels like I made a mini sacrifice. That's what it feels like to me. That's like the only interpretation I have. Whispers. You kindly stop laughing. Well, time for the biggest mistake of my life. 3, 2, 1. Help me. As if it was aware of my intentions, the mask now appeared as if to defy me, challenging me to make the first move. What? That wasn't the proper way to use the amulet. Now I have this way to interact with the mask. Obviously, nothing here I can grab. I've read these letters already. I know everything there is to know. Have the branch. Oh. I attached the stone to the branch and immediately felt a strength. The amulet seemed to be vibrating. It was ready. Where did I get this branch from again? I don't remember. I know I have it now. Did I exercise it? Did I use a sacrifice to exercise the mask or something? Have I lifted the curse? I've won, yeah. Huh. What the heck? Wow, that is insanely cryptic. No. I thought I thought yeah, get me out of here. I thought yeah, open the car. The scratches are still going on. Oh my god, I thought I'd done it. I thought the curse had been lifted, or maybe the curse is lifted, but I mean, if Mr. Blackwood is still in here, maybe it's literally him. Is it? Can you hear anything out of the ordinary? It's the biggest lie I've ever heard in my life. The biggest lie ever. Oh, look at it again? Oh, well, I was gonna check the fireplace in my room. I don't hear it. Okay. Now that I think about it, the fireplace is not lit anymore. For what that's worth. Oh. No. The following sequence is a dream the writer had. Fascinating. This gives me a terrible vibe. I had no idea there was a hatch underneath this. This is why the game was made. It's all been built up to. I remembered being soaking wet and shaking in fear. Yet I just had to go on as if driven by an unseen force. What the heck could be down here? Someone or something had been eating down here. I have no idea if James Blackwood is actually alive. But whatever the heck is down here is not good. Several bricks have been removed from this wall, resulting in a large hole. The smell coming from the hole was unbearable. Sure, there's a corpse in there or something. Yeah, I can't. I'm out of matches and I'm out of oil. Check the teddy bear. I don't see a teddy bear. Oh. Bites that had ripped its neck. Is this how... Is this how the child was mauled to death? Suddenly, the words of William Bailey concerning the body of Catherine Blackwood echoed in my mind. Ripped, she would say. I did remember that. That was the second thing I had thought of. Catherine's neck was ripped. Oh no. See eyes. It is a disgusting creature. Or is this really him? Is he living underneath the house? The heck? That definitely looked human. That definitely looked human to me.
Unsure of what I had just seen, I raced my car and left Blackwood Manor as quickly as possible. I'm not ashamed of what I did. That disfigured face is still stalking my nightmares, and I've never put foot inside a Victorian house ever since.
No wonder.
But there's certainly one thing that I'm grateful for. It was thanks to my encounter below that house that I was able to finish my book and become a prolific writer.
Congratulations. Huh. Well, good for you then. Cutscene. You thought Robin was dead. He was alive the whole time. Yes, that was the child. Wow, how could you have pieced that together? That's so what was he living on? How did he survive for that long? I mean, he could have been eating people, but that's so strange, because we saw those remnants of food or bones. There was a meat by the grater. Meat by the grater. Maybe I didn't investigate that room thoroughly enough. Because I actually didn't see any meat. I just saw those remnants of bones. But it's been so many years. It's been so many years since he was pronounced dead. So that leads me to believe, yeah, if you looked closely in the guest room, you would have noticed a bottle of I don't even know what that is. Thalidomide? The guest room. I'm trying to remember where the guest room is. That's not the living room. Talking about the dining room? I remember the map in my head. There's the study, which is right next to the dining room. And then there's the living room, which is probably what you mean by the guest room. Back in the day, it was popular for women to treat morning sickness. It also resulted in birth defections. Oh. Yes, yes. That's why Robin is the way he is. He's like some demented child. I see. Wow, there's a lot of background information and obscure knowledge you need to know to piece this all together. So now you know who killed Catherine, most certainly. That's really sad, though. James's life was ruined. James was asking... Oh. That checks out. And great, we have the ending where that thing is escaping the exit. What the heck? That is so strange. I have never played a game like this before. I've played a few point-and-click adventures, like, briefly. I don't think I've ever really finished one because I'm used to getting lost, as you'd probably expect. The plants in the greenhouse were alive again. I see. Why would that be, though? It's because... Is that what he was eating? Is that what Robin was eating? Huh. And the way that there really was a curse and you lifted it, maybe. I have no idea. This is so cryptic. I feel like I want to watch a video about this, because there's gotta be countless things I missed. Like, the game is very small. It only takes... It's only over the course of 3 days, but it's so dense. You could really get lost in all of the small details. I've got a video for you. Yeah, please send it to me. What the heck did I just play? That was interesting. I wish I had more to say about it, but I just don't comprehend. Alright, I'm going to take a look. Scratches, the Curse of Jerry. Very good, very good. 28 minutes. Alright, I'll definitely give that a watch. But before I give that a watch... Let me think a little bit. Do I have any theories? I wish I had more to say, but I'm not sure. This kid was trapped underneath the basement. He had a freaky birth defect. He was probably a cannibal of some kind. I have a feeling... Yeah, I think we can safely say the body in the crypt was James. Yeah. Yeah. The body in the crypt was James. And the body in the garden, obviously Mrs. Blackwood, Catherine. Christopher is probably just gone. He probably just left. I have a pretty good feeling about that. Oof. And I don't know, any other missing pieces of the puzzle that I can try to piece together? The whole African tribe thing and the creepy mask. He went on his expedition. I don't know what year this expedition took place, but it's obviously before he even gave birth to a child. So it's possible that after the child was born, some curse infected... No. If there's a rational explanation for a birth defect, then maybe it's not a curse that caused him to become messed up. He left because he was tired of having to look after his dead friend's not-so-human son. Yeah. Totally understandable. No wonder he's losing his mind. What the heck? Okay, so... I've read all of the text in the game. I don't think there's anything left for me to do inside the game. The only thing that's left for me is to check out that video. Alright. Well, thanks for recommending this to me. It was a very strange experience. And to be honest with you, I wish I was more like... I wish I had the skills to deduce a lot of this stuff on my own, but it's fine. This game is very cryptic by nature. I don't have a lot of experience with stuff like this, but I would be open to trying something like this again one day and seeing how much I could piece together on my own before obviously looking into videos and stuff. Alright, did you want me to... Yeah, it's a hard as hell game. Oh, it sure is. There's no... Who the heck beats this game without a walkthrough? Genuinely. And not just that, but the precision of digging and the teeth. Even the writer admitted he made the puzzles way too cryptic. Okay, that does make me feel a little bit better. I would like it if the game at least... Oh, wait a second. Hints. Oh yeah, I turned hints on. Ha 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 ha. There's a hints off mode? So you mean to tell me the mode I was playing on was easier? Yosef forgot to beat his own game. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Well, thank you, Bammed. I actually appreciate that you recommended this to me, because it's a very different game from anything I've played. I like the feeling of solving cryptic puzzles, and even though I didn't solve a lot, the times where I did progress on my own, I felt pretty smart. So, this video, did you want me to stream myself watching it, or did you want me to just watch it on my own? Because this is around the time that I would stop. I played for about, like, 2.5 hours. But I'm, like, ready to go down and eat breakfast. Watch it on your own. Sounds good. Alright. I'll definitely tell you my thoughts on it as I watch the video. Thanks again, Bammed, and I'll see you next time. Let's see. I imagine that you're probably the only one here at the moment. Oh, you're not. Okay, I have 4 people. Nice. I can give Helio Knight a raid then. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Helio_Knight1. Alright. Goodbye, everybody. I'll definitely be thinking about this game for a while. Trying to piece everything together.